Can't wait to dive in with Blake, man. He's one of my fucking favorite people on earth, man.
He is the best. We're going to talk NBA playoffs, his incredible dunking abilities, as well as somebody else trying to dunk, and more. So before we get to that, let's get to some of that new
news coming in.
New news is brought to you by American Express. We won a Webby Award. How about that? Though very prestigious Webby.
Nice,
New Heights
man.
with Jason and Travis Kelce won the People's Voice Award for Sports Shows Podcast. Thank you to all the 90%ers. Kylie also won an award. Kylie won an award. NGL, the real ones, voted her podcast. Wait, do they vote on that? Mike, yes. I got to light down. Light down, Mike. So this is voted on?
You got a lighting
or is this
guy.
just given? Well, Mike does a lot more than lighting, but yeah, for right now, he is a lighting guy.
What is this, the hotel table lamp?
That's 100%. Yeah, I'm on LA, baby. I'm trying to sling our garage beer. Leave me alone. All right, anyways. New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce won the People's Voice Award for Sports Shows, parentheses, podcast. Very prestigious award. Kylie also won an award with NGL. They won Podcast of the Year.
Woo!
Which I believe is a bigger award than we received.
It's probably the biggest award that they have there.
Very cool. Very cool.
Shout out to Kai running away with it. I love it.
That's right. That's right. Shout out to everybody on the staff over there, Emma, everybody else that has their footprints on the show. You guys have been killing it all year. Way to go. Yeah, and thank you to all the 92%ers that voted us. We very much appreciate it. Travis, on to the next bit of new news.
What's that?
Do we have beef with Meryl Streep?
I hope she doesn't have beef with me.
Let's play this clip. Gentlemen, Travis.
I'm a fan of Meryl Streep. I don't have any beef with her.
You might want to wait until you see this clip. Yeah, Travis got called out for some reason in Devil Wears Prada 2's promo video.
Oh, shit.
The hardest thing about shooting in Milan was walking in stilettos on the cobblestones. I'd like to see Travis Kelce do that.
Oh, what? What?
Trav.
Oh, Meryl, you have no idea how good I am at walking in heels, okay?
I think we should recreate this. I think we should put this to the test, not recreate.
We're going to have to find some size 14 heels first.
Okay. Well, we can have those custom made. I'm sure there's some WNBA players that can put us onto some spots.
What's the heel, though? Is a heel, because I wear like Chelsea boots. Are those heels?
No. It's got to be a stiletto. It's got to be a pointy bottom. That's why it's hard.
You're right. I'll give credit where credit's due. I don't think I can do it, Meryl. I'll let you have it.
What, are you a quitter? You're a quitter? You're just going to give up to Meryl Streep?
No, I just don't think I'm going to make it
athlete, Travis.
to Italy and walk in stilettos. Meryl Streep has quite the resume.
Well, she has a resume. That doesn't mean she's better at walking in stilettos than you just because she's a famous actress. Travis, we're competitors in the
I can kind of correlate that, yeah.
We don't bow down to anybody.
When it's Meryl Streep, you kind of do. You just kind of like bow down.
Well, listen, if she was saying acting ability, I would get it.
I completely get it. To be fair, I would be acting if I had heels on, so.
Good point. That's a good point. All right. We're not going to put it to the test, apparently.
I'm not. I'm going to let you have that one, Meryl. Can't wait to see Devil Wears Prada 2, though. The first one was a banger. I know this one's going to be epic.
No dumb questions. Now that he has been called out by Meryl Streep, does Travis Kelce think he can walk on cobblestone with high heels? Well, we're never going to find out, kitty.
I'll tell you what, Meryl. If I ever find myself in Italy on that cobblestone, I'll try and find a size 14 and we'll put it to the test. All right, now, Jason, you're a Talladega champ. You and Ricky Bobby.
That is correct. I am a Talladega champ. That's right. I went down there on behalf of Hendrick Motorsports. I was been filming some things over at their headquarters in Charlotte. I've been doing some exercises to really learn what it's like to compete in the sport of NASCAR. I went out there. I trained with the athletes. I was learning their techniques, all the things that go into coordinating a pit stop. These guys are changing tires, gassing these cars all the way up and sometimes under the 9 seconds on a stop. They'll change all 4 tires, put gas in the vehicle, and then get it out on its way. It's remarkable, the coordination and timing and expertise that goes into that. I also went out on the track with William Byron, who drove me around at over 190 miles an hour around the Charlotte Motor Speedway, which was fucking awesome and terrifying all at the same time. I then got to drive my own vehicle. They did not let me drive 190 miles per hour, but I still drove faster than I've ever driven in my life.
Ooh, how fast you go? How fast you go?
They do it by RPM. So I was driving, this thing had a regulator on it that capped you at 5,000 RPMs. And they said at one point I went 140. Everybody else said I was going 120. So we're somewhere between 120 and 140.
Oh, that's nothing.
You've done way faster.
I was going 135 in a Caravan when I was in high school. That thing was flying
Those
around.
Caravans do not go 145. I can guarantee you that.
They go 135 and they shake back and forth when you get up over 120.
what
It got a little
happens?
dicey. They're not as aerodynamic as you think they are.
Anyways, the last bit of it was to go to Talladega and to be with the pit crew with Cory Day's team, the 17 car with Hendrick Motorsports. And it was incredible. I got to see it firsthand, what it's like on race day, how they set up everything. These pit crews, man, they're in charge of setting everything up on pit road, right? There's 5 of these guys that are doing all these jobs. The jack man has to run out there, jack up the car, take the new tire, put it on after the changer is taken off the front right. He has to put the front right tire on immediately after that. Then the changer, while he's bolting that thing on, he's taking the jack off, running around, jacking up the other side, doing it over there. And all this stuff is happening it's the dance that is taking place of speed, strength, athleticism, coordination. It is remarkable what those guys do each and every stop. On top of that, the drivers, everything they're doing to gain position, especially at Talladega, their foot is on the gas the entire race. You are wide open. The track is angled at 33 degrees.
Yeah,
so you are just zooming around that thing. And a lot of it comes down to drifting, and it's a very technical race from that standpoint. So Cory Day, first time ever racing at Talladega, ended up winning the race. Our driver. That's and I'll tell you what they had me doing, I was a sign man. So you put the sign down on pit road. That lets the driver know where to stop at. Sometimes you might want to stop at short. Sometimes you might want to stop at where he normally stops at. Sometimes you want to stop a little wide. So we did a short, wide stop. So it was a pretty technical job of the sign guy to move it up.
Get this fucking sign guy out of here. Dude, I have one question.
Whoa, that wasn't my only job. Then they would have me be in the gas. I don't even know if there's a title for it, but I was passing the fuel in. And let me tell you, we won first place. I was the best fucking gas can passer on pit road that day, baby. Champions! 1-0, baby!
This guy's sick. It was a Saturday race though, right? It was not the Cup Series. It was not the Cup Series, the big dog. Still though, still though. And for him to have his first race at Talladega and him come away with a podium was pretty dope.
That was the coolest thing. Obviously, this kid, he's a really good sprint car racer. He's won a bunch of races in that world. Now on the O'Reilly Series, first race at Talladega, gets his first win there. It was so electric down there. And just happy for him getting out the gates like that, man. That's an awesome moment. And it was cool to just watch. It was cool to be a part of. Obviously, my contribution was pretty much nothing. But you know what? I still get to say I'm a NASCAR champion, baby.
Why did they put a Scully on you? Why are you Scuba Steven it, man?
It's a good question. If you're behind the car, near the gas at all, everybody back there has to be in 100% flame-proof clothing. So your shoes, your socks.
You don't have it on your beard.
You're right. I actually think technically I was not following code. I think that thing was supposed to be over my beard.
Flag on the play. Take the medal away from him.
Don't you do this, Travis. Don't you do this. But I'll say that not only were we there on behalf of Hendrick Motorsports to witness what it's like to be in a pit crew, to see a race firsthand, to hear in the radio everything that's happening between the driver and the pit crew and the chief. We were also there to just experience Talladega and it was my first time at a NASCAR event. And it was awesome. All the other teams, the way it's set up, the people that were there, the energy. Like when you watch it on TV, it does not do it justice. And everybody has said that to me for years. I went to the Indy 500 in college, felt similarly, but there's a level of having all of your senses engaged and watching these machines operate at this level that takes over you when you're there live. Like you literally feel these cars coming by you. Not just the wind, the revving of the motors, right? You feel the ground moving and shaking in some ways. Like it is a very sensory-driven experience. Whether you're in there, whether you're out there sitting on an RV watching outside of it, it was fun. It was a blast, especially now that I know more about it, rather than just watching them go around in circles and be like, I don't know how most of this works.
These guys are really good at taking left turns.
Somebody crosses it when the checkered flag's going. But yeah, awesome experience. Really appreciate them welcoming me in to kind of train with them and see what it's like firsthand. These changers, My guy Rod and Jafar, they got 5 bolts. They got the single lug in the Cup Series. It's just one lug in the Cup Series. They're getting 5 of these things off, taking it on. I mean, it's wild. It's a good time.
Hell yeah, man. And Hendricks is obviously, I mean, they're one of the top dogs every single year going around the NASCAR circuit.
That's right. Shout out to Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, hell yeah. My guy Clint Boyer's been in the facility. He's good friends with Brett Veach, and he's obviously a part of Hendricks too. And it's a fascinating league. And it got even more interesting since Michael Jordan's come in. I know they had that lawsuit. It's been amazing seeing 23 Racing take the fuck off this year. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've won the majority of the races so far. I know he won, I think, the first 3, 4, maybe even like 6 out of 10 or something like that. Those guys are absolutely rolling over there.
Having a good year for sure.
And it's been cool to see him kind of take his greatness and have it rub off onto the NASCAR world a little bit. Yeah, it's just, it's such a fascinating sport. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys ever go to a NASCAR event, man, you are not going to be disappointed. That thing is alive. It is rocking. It is not just people just sitting around watching the cars go by. Everybody is engaged, and there's things around the track and inside the track that you can have some fun with as well. You know, I think it's just it's the ultimate weekend party if you can get to one of these things.
For sure. And the Boulevard is equally as fun after the race. Highly recommend.
Well, last bit of new news we got is George Kittle would like a Jason Kelce intro for his alarm clock every single morning.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
He tweeted out, "Can I get a custom one of these introductions for my alarm clock every morning, please?" George, we can make this happen. You're going to have to come on the show, though, baby. Let's go!
That's what I was going to say.
Get my guy
I would
Kittle on
gladly
the show,
do this,
man.
but you got to come on, George. We've been waiting for this.
Get my guy on here. Have some fun, man.
We've had so many legendary tight ends, and we still haven't had George Cup on, and now he just wants me to give him an intro. No! You got to be a 92%er first, George. That's how this works.
Oh, man. It's crazy how some of like the closest people to me I haven't like invited on the show yet. I'm the fucking worst, man.
Well, you don't like the presumption, right? You don't try to push it.
Like
you don't want to like...
Yeah, I don't like asking people.
You're a polite Clevelander. You don't want to impose. It's...
People have
it's very standard,
you know?
Yeah, but I think George would like to come on the show. He's clearly, I mean, he's asking to come on the show with this, right?
Sounds like he just wants an intro. And George,
he doesn't want to come on the show. He wants to skirt the show and just get the invite.
You don't just get these kind of things. You don't get it. You have to come on the show, George.
Would love to give you an intro, George.
Get my guy Kittle on here, man.
Anytime you want that, you also do us a solid and come on the show. Absolutely.
Nah.
All righty, in case you missed it, we did have a couple episodes drop last week. There's a lot happening with the draft, a lot of NFL news coming out, but we did drop a Charlize Theron episode. We also dropped a bonus episode with my former offensive line coach, Jeff Stoutland. They are both out there if you want to check them out.
Obviously, Charlize Theron's pushing the unbelievable movie Apex. It is a fucking thriller that you are not going to want to miss. And then obviously Jeff Stoutland, man, one of the best to ever do it. And a near dear friend to Jason, obviously. It was just cool to sit down and hear his stories, man.
Yeah, and it wasn't just Stout. You know, we had Malata come on too. Selleck was on there. We did a little round table. Trav and I talked to him. I really wanted it to try and be a celebration of his whole career and some of the things he's done and meant to certain people. Obviously, Malata that clip did really well. One of the things that I think is being taken a little bit the wrong way. I do want to say this because it feels like it's getting out there. Is like he mentioned. I asked him, what went wrong last season? And his answer by a lot of people, because he said, you got to call the right play and the right defense, that's being made to look as though that's a dig solely at Kevin Patullo. I really think if you look at the whole quote, and this is the way Stout is, the whole quote is really referencing the players and the coaches. He talks about executing the plays, execution, and then not calling bad plays into bad defenses. And although Patullo was the play caller, I know Stout, and like everybody's involved in that game plan. Everybody's involved in building that thing. So the plays that end up getting called, really all he's saying there is to be successful in football, it comes down to the players executing and the coaches putting the players in the best position possible. And last year that didn't happen. That's what that was trying to say with that quote. So whatever.
Just so you 92%ers understand, the offensive coordinator is given the responsibility of putting the game plan together, right? He is a huge part of putting the pass game together, matching it up with the run game that is put together. But there are different, like the offensive coaching staff comes together and somebody's given the run game, somebody's given the pass game, somebody's given the play action game, somebody's given the screen game. There are people that are putting in their input on the what the red zone looks like versus what backed up looks like when you're backed up to your own red zone. Like this isn't just one guy putting together a game and everybody following lead. You know what I mean? Like it is everybody on the same understanding that this is the best thing for us to attack the team that we're playing this week. So to throw it all on one person, first of all, Stout would never fucking do that. And second of all, for people to make that assumption, I think is pretty unfair.
Yeah. I mean, I get it because he said calling plays, but that's not the intention of it. And a lot of people just, like you said, don't understand what goes into all the plays that happen on a game day. All right. That's it for New News, brought to you by American Express.
Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Xfinity.
Let's talk Wi-Fi. That's right. Because whether you're streaming a big game, your favorite show, or just trying to stay connected, you need Wi-Fi that actually works.
So here's what's up. Xfinity has the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi. Plus, you can lock in one internet price for 5 years, guaranteed. No contracts or commitments.
That's right. Xfinity gets you online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's simple to set up and there's no downtime.
So whether you're connecting with friends or catching up on your favorite shows, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years.
Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee.
Get it now at Xfinity.com.
Restrictions apply. Select plans only, powered by fiber, connected to premises by coaxial cable. Thank you to our partner, Reese's. All righty, before we get into it, we can pull up the photo of Arvil Reese at the draft in his Reese's suit.
Okay, another Clevelander on the Reese's train. I see you, dog.
There we go. Look at him. Look at the young fella. Complete tux with the Reese's on the inside.
Ohio ball player right there if I've ever seen one.
Anyway, Reese's has 2 new limited edition cups. The returning Reese's Strawberry PB&J Cup and the new Reese's Marshmallow Cup. 2 winning combos for an epic lunch.
Get these Reese's Strawberry PB&J Cup and the new Reese's Marshmallow Cup today. It's only available a limited time only.
Whether you're in school or almost out for summer, these new Reese's are the lunchtime redemption you never know you needed.
They might make you wonder if everything happens for a Reese's.
Hi. I see what you did there. I see what you did. I see what you doing there.
You're insane. Well, how about we get into some NFL draft recap, Jason? How about it, huh?
I love that idea, Travis.
I had a feeling you'd be down. Draft recap is brought to you by Expedia, the one place you go to go places. Chiefs picks, we moved up to pick 6. We had the 9th pick and the 29th pick, and we traded up for the best DB in the draft, baby.
Nice. Look, he almost like he knew it was coming. Is that a red suit? He was in a red suit?
No, I think the red light is on him. I think it was more of like a...
It's making it look more.
Yeah, it was more of like, what's that color? Like a...
I don't know. I'm terrible with colors.
Like a dusty rose. But DB Mansour, he's down there, Louisiana guy, I believe. Nice. Went to LSU. And this face was made when he saw the Chiefs trade up. So he knew he was going to a pretty respectable team once this happened. And I'm sure he got the call when he saw him going up. Delaying on getting drafted by the Chiefs. A lot of top 10 teams, they're really not too good. But that's not the situation here. We have a championship team. Just had one little down year. But we're right back at it. And that's what I'm talking about, baby. Already coming with the fucking mindset of being a fucking top team. I absolutely love it. We had the 1st round pick, the 29th pick, as well as moving up to get Delane, Clemson DN Peter Woods at 29. And I'm pretty pumped about getting somebody on the other side of Chris Jones there on the D-line. Obviously, speed is out the world at how big he is. And I think he's going to fit right in Spag's scheme here.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that's one of the beautiful things about Spag's scheme. He can find guys that really fit what he envisions within the defense. He's always very multiple. You see guys that go in there and do specific tasks. And obviously they like this kid to go up there and get him in the 1st round. And I also like the Delane pick. That defensive backfield has been picked apart so much over the past, 3 years or so. Justin Reed, you got L'Jarius Sneed.
I'll say this: a lot of the big name DBs that we've had in years past are elsewhere right now. So getting a unbelievable DB, the best in the draft, and then getting a guy on the D line that can really help Chris Jones not get double teamed as much, or at least create matchups to where this kid can thrive early on and really bring something to the team. I think that's going to be a huge part to the defense. But I mean, it doesn't stop there on the D line. We got our Mason Thomas, edge from Oklahoma. The guy's a fucking freak in nature in terms of athleticism and explosiveness. I can't wait to see how this guy gets after the quarterback, man. It's been kind of something that the Chiefs have been looking at to get better at, and that's getting after the QB and really putting quarterbacks under duress, man. Obviously, we've always had Chris Jones there, and George is a fucking workhorse. Got Gillette last year, but I think this is going to be a game changer at the edge position. I know he had a hamstring last year on an unbelievable fumble recovery. So we'll see him when he gets in the building. I'm sure Spags will have a fun time putting him to work as well.
There we go. Who else we got here?
We got another cornerback from Oregon. He's kind of more of a nickel guy. I'm excited to see this guy get to work. Spags is obviously his nickel package it can get confusing to a lot of guys. So I'm sure Jaden Kennedy is gonna fucking be quite the chess piece for Spags. But after that, 2 to 3 picks that I'm pretty fucking excited about, and that's because they're all finally got to the offensive side of the ball in round 5. Emmett Johnson, running back from Nebraska. I believe he was like first team Big Ten, won a few awards at the running back position last year. We actually got to see him live when Nebraska played Cincinnati at Arrowhead. And then the other sideline, Cyrus Allen, wide receiver from Cincinnati, who I am fucking jacked up to see. We got another Bearcat in the building. We actually got 2 Bearcats in the building. One came as well as Jeff Caldwell in the free agency pickup. But Cyrus Allen he's a route runner, man. He's a route runner. When we were talking about, what do I want to see in a guy in the wide receiver room? He has his own twist on a lot of routes, and he has the quickness. He has the decisiveness. He really knows how to use his shoulders and his quickness and rhythm to get DBs in a bind, man.
Listen, he's from Cincinnati, so he's going to be tough. He's going to be physical. He's going to be a guy that loves football. And he loves drafting Bearcats. I mean, look how many successful Bearcats he's drafted. Not just me and you, Brent Selleck, Trent Cole.
Yeah, Brian Cook.
Oh, Cook. Thank you. Yeah, either way, Andy loves the Bearcats. Cyrus Allen, Cincinnati Bearcat. Tough, physical, fast. Wow.
Get this dude out of here. Overall, I thought we did an unbelievable job on getting young guys that looked like they love ball on the film that I watched of them, and looked like they can come in and help out right away, man.
Garrett Nussmeier, son of a coach. I was actually with his father in Philadelphia. We'll see.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Chiefs draft class, Trav? A lot of defense early, getting some offensive pieces late. I guess you guys solved some of the offensive stuff early in the draft this year, or earlier in free agency this year with Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped on just seeing these young guys getting in the building. I thought we had a great team last year. We got a lot of those pieces back, and the ones that we lost, we filled those needs ASAP. So I think these guys, once they get in the building, they feel the culture, and they feel how we do things here. It's an exciting time, man. And I thought shout out to Brett Veach and the crew for doing hard work and getting the guys that we need in the building, man.
All righty. Well, Eagles also had a draft this week, and they went round 1, pick 20. Makai Lemon, wide receiver out of USC, was the Bolitnikov. I don't know if that's how you say it, but he was the receiver of the year in college football. Should be pretty good. This was a patented Howie Roseman pick. He was expected to be a top 15 guy, started sliding, and Howie trades up ahead of the Steelers to snag him at pick 20. This is just further proof that I think this Eagles offense is changing, right? Like, the Eagles and Jalen Hurts have not thrown the ball over the middle of the field very much. That's something that fans have criticized a lot. And this was really most of his production in college, right? He's a shorter guy, going to operate out of the slot, a little bit smaller, but he is physical.
You put that film on, man. This guy can play some fucking ball.
Catches everything. They're playing some highlights where he is going up and getting the ball.
Strong receiver too, man. He's a strong receiver.
A lot of the comparisons are the Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mini Puka Nakua. And you see exactly with this offense that Sean Mannion is bringing, with all the motions and shifting the formations from 3-by-1 to 2-by-2, having those guys insert. some of the creative, unique things they might be able to do with this guy. Cowboys not too happy that the Eagles traded up for him, or that the Cowboys traded with the Eagles to allow them to come up to 20 and draft Makai Lemon. At JD Cowboys 2, I dead ass would have rather traded with North Korea. That's a pretty hilarious tweet right there. I don't know how many picks North Korea had in this one. Didn't see a lot of the Koreans off the board. We have Jerry Jones on trading with the Eagles. If I eliminated trading with all the teams that I wanted to beat their ass, you wouldn't have anybody left to trade with.
Meaning he wants to whoop everybody's ass, not just the Eagles. So if he needs to trade, he's not just, not trading to one team. Yeah.
Well, we sure appreciate it. We sure appreciate it. Yeah, Eagles have done this where they've been trading up recently. I feel like a lot of this has gone from like when he sees somebody sliding and sees the perceived value, especially if it's at a position of need, he is not shy at pulling the trigger. Did the same thing with Jalen Carter. Obviously, we drafted value with Cooper DeJean as he was sliding in the draft a couple years ago. They've been doing a great job of getting value out of some of these picks in terms of like where the consensus has them rated. Pick 2, they go tight end from Vanderbilt, Eli Stowers. I don't know anything about him because I don't watch a lot of college football. I know
quite a bit about him, man. This kid is a fucking stud. Well, then
go ahead, Travis. Please tell me.
You guys got a stud, man. The word around town is he doesn't have quite the size, but I'm telling you, man, this kid knows how to play some fucking football, man. He knows how to run routes. He's got a good feel. He can run, and when he has the ball in his hands, man, you'd be surprised on how much with this lack of size that they're saying, how many tackles he breaks, and just how good he is, man. He was one of Vanderbilt's best players, I thought, when I watched him play.
And again, it's another thing with this offense, right? Big decisions you have to make. Do you go 11 personnel? Do you go 12 personnel? How can you do all these runs and concepts and motioning guys around? And 12 personnel, a lot of teams utilize it. I mean, the Rams were utilizing 13 personnel, one running back with 3 tight ends. When you have a guy that can go out wide while also coming inside and block linebackers and safeties, crack down on the defensive end, you have screen options with them. These guys are very valuable, and we see it addressed right away with the first-round pick with Makai Lemon and the second-round pick with Eli Stowers.
Oh, yeah.
Third pick, they address the offensive line. Obviously, Lane Johnson is getting a little bit older. We thought they would take a tackle at some point. Some people thought it would be earlier in the draft. They ended up addressing it at the third round at pick 68 with Markel Bell. Monstrous of a man. This guy is huge. We don't have his stats up here, but he's something like 6'9", 350, basically. He is a big boy. He's a big boy. He's a big man out here in Philadelphia.
How big of a boy are you?
He's a big boy. He's a big old son of a gun. Honestly, this one, I mean, mountain of a man. Long arms, big old hands. Not the most fleet of foot, which is a little surprising in some ways to me because this system is more rooted in outside zone concepts. Traditionally, these offenses have drafted guys that can open their hips and run and cut off on the backside and do screens and play well with the misdirection game. This guy is suited to be a great pass blocker, right? Drop back, long arms, very rangy, going to be very good in that regard as long as he can mirror and redirect with people. More of a power downhill guy, which some of these offenses have shifted recently. The Rams now run more duo than they do outside zone, right? Those offenses started in outside zone. Now they're running more dive concepts, more downhill plays. Maybe that's something that'll tell you about what the Eagles think they might do in the future. They don't go with the smaller, more athletically nimble tackle. They go with the big stalwart that'll be able to protect the quarterback and run downhill runs. Interesting pick there in the third round. Round 5, they go Cole Payton. Get a little quarterback depth from North Dakota State. We've had some North Dakota State success at the quarterback position.
Okay, Carson.
Shout out. Cole Payton. Interesting. We still have Tanner McKee on the roster. Obviously, Jalen Hurts is a starter. We still have Tanner McKee. Went out and signed in this offseason Andy Dalton.
Meryl Streep just threw down a challenge, and Travis Kelce has absolutely no idea what he's walked into. The Devil Wears Prada sequel dropped a promo. Streep looked directly into the camera and called out the biggest tight end in football by name. In the clip, Streep deadpans that the hardest part of filming was walking in stilettos on Italian cobblestones, then adds, "Cool as you like," that she'd like to see Travis Kelce try it. The New Heights podcast studio erupted. Travis, caught completely off guard, shot back that Meryl has no idea how good he is in heels. The bravado lasted about 30 seconds before reality set in. Because here's the problem. Stilettos. Size 14. Cobblestones. These are not small obstacles. Jason immediately called for a recreation. Travis immediately started walking it back. By the end of the segment, he'd essentially conceded the point if graciously. Meryl has quite the resume, he admitted. I'll give her that one. Which, coming from a man who's spent 15 seasons in the NFL refusing to give anyone anything, says everything. And while Travis was busy retreating from Meryl Streep, Jason had his own victory to announce. He spent time embedded with Hendrick Motorsports ahead of Talladega learning pit stop choreography, riding shotgun with William Byron at over 190 miles per hour, and ultimately serving as the sign man and fuel passer for Cory Day's team on race day. Racing at Talladega for the first time won. Jason claimed full credit. Whether the fuel passed in under 9 seconds or the adrenaline simply took over, the man is now walking around calling himself a NASCAR champion. Travis, diplomatically, pointed out it was not the Cup Series. Jason, diplomatically, did not care. Back at the show itself, New Heights won the Webby Award for sports podcasts. Jason's wife Kylie's show NGL took home Podcast of the Year, which Jason cheerfully acknowledged is the bigger prize. Here at Travis and Kelce, we notice these things. And through all of it, the Webby, the cobblestones, the pit road chaos, one question keeps coming back. If Travis Kelce ever finds himself in Italy with a pair of size 14 stilettos and nothing to lose, does he actually try it? Or does Meryl Streep own that challenge forever?